are off to get some groceries. This is going to be my first time cooking in the camper. For today, we're just gonna do a good old American. I don't even know, is that American? Maybe that's not American. I don't even know. But that's what we're doing. But we're gonna make our own dressing. And I like pastrami Reubens. I can't talk. But I like them both, really. There's characteristics of pastrami and corned beef that sometimes I put both too. That's the other thing, because I do like it. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Like the fattiness, you got to get the red pastrami. That's the one you gotta get. And maybe we'll do a little. Yeah, we'll do a little. We could even do a triple decker. You know, pastrami on one side. Maybe that's what we'll do. I don't know. We're gonna go to the grocery store and we're gonna figure it out. And then we are gonna go sleep down by the river, because now that I'm homeless and I'm gonna be living Chris Farley style in a van, not a van, but a truck, down by the river. So I might as well do that. That's not a 100% definite. We'll see what it looks like when we get down there. It is a snow emergency where I am, and so you can't park on city streets. So they open up, city lots for overnight parking. So I don't think normally you can sleep here overnight, so that's why I might take advantage of it. This is cool. I mean, I don't know how well you can see there's a wall, if you can see the river or whatnot, but we can get out and check it out. So I think that's what the plan is. But we'll see. I mean, go wherever we want to go. Thank you. Have a good night.
For just $3.69. Thank you for choosing Market Basket, where there's more for you.
Alright, now we are done shopping. And I guess we gotta go find a place to camp, sleep, live, all that stuff. So let's do it. Alright, it's kind of getting in the truck camper, putting on good old house shoes, yeah, like Grandmama used to have. Always wear house shoes in the house. Can you even see me? Should we shed some light on this subject? Ow! Oh, now you can really see how ugly I am. It's a winter wonderland out there, as you've probably seen from the prior footage on our way here. I'm going to try to dice up these dill pickles for our sauce, which I kind of want to make now. You know, we're making Reubens, but I don't want to just use Thousand Islands. I like to like pizzazz it up, make it, you know, a little bit mine. I like a little bit of extra mustard, so I like it mustardier than normal. So that's how I make it. If you wanted to make it, you would make it how you make it. I wonder if it's better with this off. It really is. That's giving all the good light. All right. Alrighty. A little Vaseline for my lips. A little Vaseline for my hands. I have terrible dry skin. My hands look like they've been like lit on fire and dragged behind a four-wheeler. Look. Those are hands of like 70-year-old man. And they've looked like that since I was like, I don't know, 20. Who knows? Because I had really bad eczema when I was younger. It's really not that bad anymore. It was like really, really, really bad. So, anyways, that's why I have old man hands. I have soap to wash my hands, which I just did. Can we angle you guys down? Fish? Right. Don't need to see my face anyway. And ain't anything to look at. It's actually getting to be t-shirt time in here. Because this is like pretty simple stuff. Mayonnaise, mustard, a little bit of ketchup. I like to put a spice or two in there. A little seasoned salt. A little oregano. Oregano is like, you don't necessarily have to use it. I just like oregano. But most people probably, a lot of people don't. Smoked paprika, absolutely. That's the key. Back when I had sticks and bricks, I had all the spices. So a little onion powder. This is fake Old Bay. I put a little bit of that. And since I don't have a big thing of soy sauce, I like a little soy sauce in my Thousand Island-y. It's not even Thousand Island. It's like, you know, burger sauce, Reuben sauce, you know, all that happy horse. You know. All right, so let's see. This is deli style relish. Actually, you know, I've never had this. I usually just get dill because you need dill because it's that. Actually, this is a little less dilly. It seems like a more naturally. Well, it's gonna do. Less vinegary, I think is the word I was looking for. But I'm not speaking very well. I'm a vinegar lover. I guess it's not that. It's an acid lover. Love acid, you know. Not like the 70s acid. food flavor acid. I don't know. Maybe I want these bigger. I've never had. Maybe that pickle bite, that acidy, that sour bite will having it bigger will give a better flavor. I don't know. Let's try it. We chopped it up a little bit. I have to learn how to make less of things now that I'm literally just cooking for me. A lot of times I would just cook stuff like this for me. It just depends. My ex-girlfriend, she had a gluten allergy, so obviously can't eat bread and stuff. So if I was making like a Reuben, it's hard to make a deconstructed Reuben. I think that's probably more pickles than I need, but I'll just make a little bit more sauce. Because that's the thing when you make something like this, like depending on what stuff you like, if you put a little too much of something in, you can just add a little bit more of the other stuff. And you just make more. That's all. Simple. Simple mathin'. But our main girl here is the mayonnaise. We also have to, that is a lot of pickles. I did definitely overdo it. As I'm looking at the size of the container that we're using, I almost wonder if I should take some out. Just because the whole thing I just said about just making more only works if your container is big enough to make more. I mean, in this case, it is not. So, adjust accordingly. I hate that you can't see my face. All you can see is my belly and my pointy nipples. If you're ever wondering why I have pointy nipples, I pierced my nipples back when I was a hero in my 20s. And, I don't know, they like permanently stick out. But this is just my nipples. Now you know about my nipples. What else is there to tell? I've become like a mustard guy. Like I'm a traditional Italian. I'm from the Northeast, Boston. I grew up just out of Boston. As young, I moved up here when I was, I don't know, early teens or whatever it was. But still, I'm only 45 minutes north of Boston, so. But like, I went to Florida once as a kid. I hate that you can't see my face. How can we do it? We just don't have enough room here to do it and see what I'm actually doing. Huh. I don't know. Whatever. So yeah, and I ordered an Italian sub and they just put like mayonnaise on it. Like I didn't ask for mayonnaise. I just ordered an Italian sub with, at that time, I think I just put lettuce and onion. And it came with mayonnaise and we called them. We're like appalled. Like somebody gave us the wrong bun. They must have put mayonnaise for something else, like a turkey sub, and then somebody made that into an Italian. And they were like, oh no, we put mayonnaise. And we were like, what are you, like, not? And then a lot of people do. So a lot of you people are going to be like, whatever. And sometimes, like, when I've made, like, hot Italians now, like, I put a little mayonnaise and toast the bun so you get a little bit of the mayonnaise in the toast. So I'm in, like, a traditional. It's, like, oil, oregano, like, a dash of vinegar, salt, pepper, and all the... I don't mind pickles on my... I don't put pickles on my Italian, but whatever. But it's, like, lettuce, tomato, onion, banana peppers, hots, oil, and seasoning. Now, I've been on a kick. And we're gonna make one on this channel as one of my like toasted hot Italians. But even when I make a regular just straight Italian now, don't tell anybody. Especially like my mom. It'd be like telling my mom like I use jar sauce. I mean, some of the jar sauce is pretty good now. I mean, back when we grew up, it was like Ragu and Prego, and they were terrible. But like, you get a bottle of Rayo's if you're willing to spend $10. I'm not talking good today. I mean, it's not bad. I like a nice tomatoey, like sweet, natural. Yeah, don't tell my mom I put mustard on my Italian. Because I do sometimes. And I like it. Because you know why? I like the acid. It's the vinegar and the mustard. And obviously the mustard. I gotta turn down this thing. We're melting us out of here. Alright, so we got our stuff. Mayonnaise, mustard. Again, look, I got mine pretty mustardy. Most people don't. You know what Thousand Isles look like. You know, people put just straight mustard on pastrami because we're doing a Reuben. It's not just like a straight Reuben. I'm not gonna call it. It's a Reuben. That's Gregg and Reuben, if you were wondering. And I'm just using things that I like and the amount of stuff that I like. Because that's the thing with cooking. Like you know, somebody gives you a measurement and you're measuring it. Well, you know, it never comes out like they make it. But just make it however you like it. Put a little paprika. You like a little bit more? I like smoked paprika. It adds a little bit of little something to it. I put a little more than you might like. I love garlic. I'm Italian. More garlic. You know, more garlic. Ooh, it's a brand new one. She hasn't even been open. I can stick my mouth on stuff because it's just me now. And there doesn't seem to be any van lifers, as I've said multiple times around here. So I don't see myself sharing any van life meals with anybody anytime soon, especially in the middle of winter here. So cap on, make sure the lid's tight because you don't want the lid coming off. Garlic. I probably put a little more paprika than I needed. A little salt. I use a little Lowry seasoning salt. Gives it a little bit of the other stuff. Just a little. Just a little dab will do you. This is, you can't read it, but I wrote fake Old Bay because it's not Old Bay. It's a Chesapeake Bay seasoning. I like this. That's really paprika and garlic too. I don't know what else they put in there. What the hell else is that? That's not like those funky little bugs that goes in seasoning. Have you guys ever seen that? I guess you can eat them, but well, bugs are optional. Put your bugs in or don't put your bugs in. You know, do you. Again, I put a little oregano because I like that herbaceous, even though, I don't know, some people don't like oregano. Like, I put it in my sauce. Some people don't put it in their sauce. You know, like real, like traditional real sauce, like tomato sauce, which we'll make on this channel too, because we'll do chicken parm, meatball parm, sausage parm, all that sort of parms. We parm the hell out of everything. Basically, you take a can of like crushed tomatoes or, you know, San Marzano whole peeled and crush them yourself. Those are the good ones, nice and sweet, like no citric acid if you get the right brand. And salt, pepper, fresh basil. That's key to sauce. Like dry basil, you know, doesn't work in it. It can. I mean, believe me, it's edible. It's fine, and it's good at times. But fresh basil, garlic, onion, or shallots is what. Shallots, fresh garlic, and basil is really all you need, salt and pepper. And let the tomatoes speak for themselves. Now, this is the key for me, and I don't have a place. I'm not going to use all this soy sauce. I probably should have just bought a small bottle of soy sauce for the truck. Oop, that's probably even more. You just need a little, and gives you a little of that umami. Is that the word? Not umami, umami. Not that there's anything wrong with umami, but I feel like I'm going to put this in here, and a bag is going to have a hole in it. I can see a hole, actually. This is a bad idea. Van life, truck life. Can I just say van life? I feel like nobody knows what truck life is. I mean, unless you're watching, you know that I'm a meatball with a half-finished truck camper on the back of his truck. What I normally like to put in here, but it was left behind because it got ported to the uniform glass jars that we had all our spices in. I would put chipotle seasoning in here. I do have chili powder. I could probably substitute it, but I put a lot of smoked paprika. So I really made this a long, drawn-out thing. This is like literally 2 minutes, but I was just yapping my trap the whole time. It's very pickly. A little salty. I like that pickle brine because it's actually really good. I was going to add more mayo, I don't think I am. I like it. All right, guys. So I'm gonna chill for a hot minute because watch some YouTube, little van life. Let my sauce come together. A lot of times when you make something, like it's a little salty, when it has some time to settle, the saltiness will go away. All right, I'm gonna go do that for a minute. Now it's like up my nose. I am not good at this. I am not good. Nobody's ever gonna watch this. It's gonna be me talking to myself forever. Somebody watch my channel. Somebody watch my channel. Comment. Give me somebody to talk to. Alright guys, welcome back. It's been a hot minute. Maybe if I move this stuff this way, maybe you can see my ugly mug and what I'm doing. Alright, so I softened my butter, and by soften my butter, I mean I stuck it on a box in front of my diesel heater, and I forgot about it because I was dealing with life, and it leaked all over the floor, came out of the wrapper. This is like expensive pasture raised. I don't even want to pick it up. And I put it in bags, and it's leaked out of the bags of the car. So anyways, I have very softened butter. So that's where we're at. And we have the sauce that we made earlier. It's probably going to be a long video. I better learn how to edit. I wonder how this sauce is now. It's good. So I like a little bit, like, do you put it on the bread? Do you put it on the kraut? I like a little bit. I like the bread to have the flavor. I don't want to drown the bread because I don't want it to be soggy. But I put a thin layer on the bread. You know, just so that you get that flavor. Because if you put the sauce just in between like the cheese and stuff, it can make like the meat slide around. So you can't put too much sauce in the meats. We're gonna use two different meats. Like a traditional Reuben is corned beef, and we have pastrami and corned beef because I like corned beef is lean, pastrami is fatty, and if you're into food, fat is flavor. That's why ribeye steak is the steak. You know, and you go, oh well, a fillet that's not is very tender, but you don't get flavor from the fillet. But a fillet, that's why when you go to like these fancy restaurants, they all have sauces and stuff because it's the seasoning and the sauce with a fillet. Is the fillet gives you a very tender bite, and that's what that's all about. A ribeye, that's why heck, you could cook a ribeye with no seasoning, but it just needs salt and pepper. There's nothing, I put other stuff because I have my own seasoning stuff, but like just salt and pepper on a ribeye, you're good. I think the next step: salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. Really all you need. I have a little special seasoning that you guys might get to try. No, you will. It's called the G seasoning. All right. So we got a little sauce. Now we're gonna put down our Swiss. I had it sliced somewhat thin, so I'm gonna do one with cheese on both sides. This one I'm going to do cheese on both sides with another half on one side. All right, so here's our corned beef. We still gotta drain the kraut, huh? They got canned kraut. I didn't see any good kraut. There's some corned beef. Corned beef is lean. That's why I got a fatty pastrami. Add that fat flavor. You can lay it flat. I like to kind of like make it like uneven. Give you that bite. Alright, this is just the corned beef, so I'm gonna put the corned beef in there. I got a bunch of extra because I figured I'd make one for Mama Dukes when I see her. I like corned beef. I never made, just tried to make a corned beef sandwich. Alright, so we got a good amount of like twirled up. Now, do we do kraut in between? Let's open the kraut. So I am going to take this can, open the door, and drain it outside. Yes, it's not like poison. And I'm gonna shut the light off, so if there's anybody out there, they don't think I'm pouring poison outside. So we got canned kraut. I couldn't find any more creative kraut, but that's what we got. So I like a bunch of kraut. It's the sour, it's the funk. It's like my vinegar thing. If you remember from when I was making the sauce, it's the acid. I think sauerkraut gives an acid, right? So I like kraut. So we're gonna put some kraut on, and then we are gonna hit it with some sauce. I'm gonna hit it with some pastrami. We got a little on the bread, so we're good there. Get a little on the kraut now, because the whole idea is to keep the flavors, you know, for each bite. You're gonna get a little bit of each bite. So we got a little on the inside of the bread, so you get a little bit of that mustardy, Thousand Islands, whatever. We got. I like a lot of sauce too. On like my stuff. That's good. Now we got our fatty pastrami. See, that is flavor. So we're gonna have the contrasting flavors. A lot of times I just make it with just this. Well, technically a Reuben is just corned beef, but you can make it with either or. Sometimes I like it just, that might be a little more. This shaved red fatty pastrami. These are gonna be some bomb ass sandwiches, let me tell you. You're gonna have a little bit of the fatty, a little bit of the lean. You're gonna have that nice homemade sauce. I don't know. I got a little bit of sauce left. Maybe we should throw a little on there. Oh. It works. Alright, we're doing it, people. I have no idea why that shut off. I have no idea where we're at. Did you see how burnt that sandwiches got? I'm worried that they're not cooked through. Well, they're cooked, but
right there.
Heated through. This one we're doing slow. See, it already is cooked. I bet you these ones that have got a bit of crisp on it are gonna be good. Because char is flavor. Burnt is different. That's a little burnt, but Still a little cool in the middle. That's what I mean about not warm through. That's why a little slower is good. Oh my god, this is so good. This is still so good. Yeah. That char is so good on it. That's really not even bad. I'm telling you guys, that homemade Thousand Island. I like to call it Thousand Island. But that homemade dressing, it really does make it. You're getting the brine of those pickles. I mean, the best way to do it. This one, see, this one's cooking up. So this one I did a little slower. It's cooking up slow. So it's giving it a chance to heat the meat through. It really don't matter. There's some cool spots in this one. The slower you heat it up, the more you melt that the fattier. It's so good. I gotta turn it up a little bit. Well, maybe not because I want to heat up this other one. The fattier pastrami. It melts that down a little bit, and that flavor seeps in. And the reason why I like the marble is the marble is pastrami. What the heck's that word? Pumpernickel. Pumpernickel gives it that flavor. That is seriously good, guys. All right, I'm gonna watch some Mav. This thing's it was many myths. I don't know that I have the talent to edit this down. This could be an hour and a half meatball in a trailer in a parking lot during a snowstorm video. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it here. This is not. All right, Mav. I'll be right with you. This isn't your. Well edited. This is just a guy going through some stuff who thought van life was the answer. It may not be. But end of the day, I'm a guy living in a truck. It's not a luxurious one. It's very unfinished. But this is my life. This is what's happening. This is how it is happening, when it's happening, the way it's happening, in real time. If you want to follow, I would appreciate it. I would love to hear from you and find some community. I've said it before. I hope I can, meet new people and talk to more people and maybe find somebody locally in this community. But whatever, even if it's an online thing, I'm good with that. And I'm just talking like friendship and community and nothing weird. I'm not looking, or anything like that. Someday I hope to meet somebody who's move on with my life in that sense. But right now, I just want to enjoy life. I wanted to do this to simplify things. I'm not necessarily sure that this was the answer, but this was the decision I made. This is where I'm at, and I'd love for you guys to follow along and be a part of it. And I hope to hear from you. So, till the next one. I don't have a quirky, happy, positive thing to say. not too many positive things going on in my life right now. So I'm just going to end it with, I will see you soon, and I hope to hear from you soon. Talk to you later.